So, yes, we've got the orange and black chips, and then we have this
Orange soda.
Sprecher Orange Dream Craft Soda that I saw it at the store a couple of days ago. Decided to try it, thought it might be good. So I guess the theme is orange. So, all right. So, fine. You make it to the moon. You maneuver over the destroyed city to a landing pad just outside the edge of the notch, opposite of the fuse. So you got Smuggler's Notch, and you guys came down the fuse before. Well, you land on the opposite side of it. You see, Craolix permits you to use this private entrance to the town. It's better than risking you being robbed of his valuable merchandise going down the fuse. From the landing pad, you are escorted by an assortment of muscles and tattoos, shaved heads, black leather, and heavy boots, but they all have large guns. Most also have small guns, and knives, and chains, and you get the idea. You know the way well, but they still guide you every step as though it's your first time here. Same as always. First the double doors, the elevator, the rail car, the 2 or 3 minute ride, then more scowling thugs, a series of locked doors, and then you are in one of many service corridors inside Happy Jack's, the club that's owned by Craolix. The place is pretty much his secret headquarters, therefore it's built like a military installation. Again, Craolix is all about security, protecting his business. The four of you even being here and knowing these things means you've gained unique trust with Craolix. Most don't even know his name. Street-level criminals never even see him, always dealing with a middleman, and just assuming that the boss's name is Happy Jack. A club bouncer appears, as always, and escorts you to a small manager's office. Once inside, he looks up at a corner of the ceiling and nods, and you feel your stomach rise as the room slides downward. After a moment, you feel the room stop with a hydraulic hiss. The bouncer opens the office door again, and now there is a wide, long corridor. It's all stone, like it was tunneled through solid rock and then polished to a high sheen. You step out, the door closes with the bouncer behind it, and you start walking. Every 20 feet or so, where you'd expect a stone pillar,
No. I'm sorry.
stands a man that could easily be confused with a stone pillar in this dim light. 10 in total, again, all with large guns. At the end of this hallway of guards and echoing footsteps is a large stone desk and a man sitting behind it watching your approach. The man at the desk is pale and thin. Stringy black hair frames his face and reaches his shoulders. He is dressed in all black business attire. He rises to accept his merchandise. Wonderful, right on time. Any trouble?
Well,
Captain.
Captain.
not much.
You want to hand him the case then? Soft, thin hands with manicured nails accept the case. He opens it and looks inside with gleaming eyes, and he nods as though watching his plans unfold in his mind. There's a box sitting on his desk that he motions toward.
I'll take it.
Okay. I want to open it up. And there inside you see an incredible collection of sticks. This is surely the 50,000 credits that you were promised. And now, a chance to make 10 times this amount, assuming that you're ready to take another job now.
Yep.
He sits down at his desk, reaches beneath his desk, and produces a folder, and flips through it thoughtfully, like he's trying to figure out a puzzle. He says, pretty much just talking to himself, very few people have dared stand in the way of my empire. Some people just don't want to work for me. The biggest of these is a company called the Doulos Corporation.
Ooh.
They put up a front of just being a transport company, but I know that we are all in the same business. They use drugs and brain implants to control their employees. Well, control isn't the word. Control implies will of some kind. No, these people are empty vessels. Puppets with a pulse. Even their own thoughts are injected by their handler, who is never far away, always watching and making adjustments. I must have this power. And that's where the four of you come in. For several years, I've been trying to find out why Doulos has been covertly shipping construction materials and equipment not only to planets all over this subsector, but to large, empty areas of space way beyond. Well, I have an operative who thinks he's found something. I didn't really expect him to. He's one of my new people. So he needs a team to go out there and verify his story and find out more. Go to these coordinates and wait for him to contact you. Oh, and one more little thing. If his information is correct, there will be a Doulos transport ship arriving shortly after you do. You need to board it. Here's the deck plans of the ship. And they are those deck plans there, okay? Mm-hmm. Go to engineering and connect this device to the main computer terminal. It will download the full contents of the ship's memory banks, or as much as it can. It will take a minimum of 20 minutes, but it could take hours. It will begin trying to decrypt the files immediately. Maybe by the time you get back, it will have made some progress, but it will take weeks. And as for the crew, I don't care what happens to them. Don't bother bringing them to me. Trying to get Doulos people to talk is more torture for me than it is for them. So do whatever you need to do to complete this job. There will be 7 crew members on board, and they do have weapons, so it may be a challenge. And remember, a Doulos handler's ship will surely be nearby, so watch your backs. The job pays $500,000, which makes today's payment look like a wave job fee. You leave immediately. Your ship repairs have been done, and it is refueled. Any questions?
Maybe we should say we need to do some repairs to our ship first.
No, he said that the repairs were already done.
Oh,
just
sorry.
said, yeah.
I somehow missed that. I was writing my notes probably.
We can
I was hoping you guys were writing notes because I just gave a whole bunch of clues away,
use
so
a
I
flash.
was hoping you'd be distracted.
Okay.
After when does this have to be finished?
Let Veronica go first.
So after we're done with the downloading in the engineering room, can we kill the Doulos people?
I said I don't care what happens to
Okay.
them.
In the
What
ship.
does this do?
The ship is meaningless to me.
Okay.
And when is this job due?
The sooner you get back, the better.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, it's going to take you a jump week to get there, do the job. It's going to take another jump week to get back, so he's not expecting you back super soon.
Okay.
Has anybody figured out who this guy is, by the way?
The name.
I was trying to do the voice and the everything.
Oh,
The guy.
I know, the black guy who tortures us.
That's
who tortured
right.
it.
Craolix was the man who tortured the four of you. And that's why he makes the joke about trying to get information out of Doulos people is more torture for me than it is for them. So you have now met that guy again in a parallel universe.
Who is our boss?
For the moment, he's your boss.
Okay. Let's go.
Yeah.
Captain?
Yeah, I think we should go.
Alrighty, so what we're going to do here is we are going to time jump. That you're back on your ship, you're already in jump week, and so you are in jump space, heading for where you're going to do the jobs, the coordinates that he gave you. You guys need to come up with a plan for how you are going to infiltrate your own ship, more or less.